Howdy. Howdy. We're out here doing some cleanup here this evening. Or shit, it ain't even evening. I think it's morning. It is 11:15. So I just made a video talking about cleaning yourself out on the inside and how if you can run away from your problems forever. Like say you're living in a shithole, you don't like where you're living, you can run away from that and find you a new place and a new clean, spiffy, nice house or vehicles or whatever. You know, you can run away from your shit and just step right into something new. But if you don't clean out your heart and your mind, your problems are going to consistently always come back up to you. And you're always going to be on the run, okay? It's like Forrest Gump. He run for like 3 years he run. Till finally one day he's like, I'm tired of running. I'm going to go home. And he went home and he come up with a brilliant fucking idea and plan. And he got his shit together and started a shrimping business, okay? The only way to find your potential in life is to stop running. Stop running and face your problems. Now I say stop running. Running is part of the process. It's a part of the process that you're going to go through. And see, the reason it wears you out. When you get wore out, when you get plumb fucking tired and sick and wore out, that's when you start making changes. That's when you start developing some wisdom. Okay, as long as you're young and strong and like a fucking bull, you can just muscle your way through life. But by doing that, you don't ever develop your mind and your heart, your true creativity. That's kind of the difference between like John Wayne fighting, you know, straight line punching, and Bruce Lee, you know. That is the difference between Old Testament and New Testament in the Bible. Okay, so it's the difference between like a straight line and where, you know, building straight, square buildings and houses, and then opening up into very, very creative artwork type of shit. Okay. In the beginning, you have to build things straight and square because you're working off of bare minimal resources and tools and stuff. You're at the bottom. So you have to work your way up. When you're at the bottom, you're struggling. When you're struggling, you don't do no more than you fucking have to, okay? But then after you get a good solid foundation built, which we have done in this country, then you can really begin to work your way around and do creative things that are unnecessary. I say unnecessary, they are necessary because it's all necessary for the growth and development of life, okay? Just for life itself. So anyways, talking about cleaning out your environment, okay? When I bought this property here, that chicken house wasn't over there. That building up there and the Jeep, I got the Jeep, but a lot of what you're seeing, all this down here where I'm at, I've cut all these trees. I've trimmed all the trees, okay? Over where this building over here is at, that was nothing but just fucking brush growed up all around it and everything. Everywhere on that, there's a little bank there, it's all growed up with brush. This down here is all growed up and stuff. Over there by my woodshed, yeah, y'all can kind of see it, that little woodshed building on this side of the house. That was nothing but there's a metal building there. Brush growed up all around it. Bags and bags of fucking trash. It was filled up with trash. Nasty shit, okay? Like the people that lived here had a daughter that was 10 or 11 years old, and they had bags of fucking diapers with diapers in there. So, you know, those bags have been there for fucking years and years and years. Disgusting shit. I walked around. They had a burn pile over by this one building. They had... there's just trash everywhere. Like glass, plastic, just anything you could fucking imagine. Everywhere. I walked around and picked shit up out of the yard. Well, this is going on 5 years now since I really started cleaning all this up. Maybe 6 years, 5-6 years here. No, they didn't move out till Yeah, they moved out in 2017. And that's when I come up here. So yeah, 6 years you're looking at. Um, and I still, now and then, I still find like pieces of trash, especially up around the trailer, man. I cleaned out up under the trailer and everything, along the edge of it. They was just very nasty, trashy people. A lot of that was them, but some of that was me, okay? Because back at that time, I had lots of addictions. I had lots of trash in my mind and in my heart and in my body, okay? And cleaning all that stuff up outside of me helped me to clean up my insides as well. But here's the thing that I didn't realize back then. I blamed the people outside of me. I blamed the world outside of me for my struggles, for my problems. I blamed them for all the trash that they left. Okay. Just like with my ex and me and her having trouble, I blamed the world. I blamed the government. You know, I've been arrested and put in jail and fought with the legal matters and stuff, thousands of dollars. And I used to blame everything outside of me, and I fought the world outside of me. And that's part of the process. That you're going to go through it if you're going to develop yourself into a godlike man. You're going to go through that. That's Old Testament. New Testament is awakening to your insides, to your own heart, your own mind, the shit that's inside of you. So I done all that. I conquered everything. I cleaned up this property, cleaned it up beautiful. It was wonderful and nice and everything. My trailer is wonderful and nice. I've cleaned the fucking trailer up 2 solid times where other people left it just absolutely disgusting. So they left it way worse than I would ever live in, as far as exterior environment. But what I didn't realize is I was already living that way inside of me. Okay, so I mean, they let people. The last time I cleaned it, there's dog shit and piss, and the woman was in there, left cigarette butts all like right beside her bed, just a whole fucking hundreds of cigarette butts beside her bed. She was disgusting, lazy, nasty. And I never put up. I was never like that on the outside, but what I didn't realize on the inside I was. So I talked about I picked up glass and all that shit, and I blamed them for it. Well, guess what I'm doing now? I have a burn pile down here. And for whatever reason, when I first made this, I didn't want to throw any metal or glass or anything like that in it. I wanted it only to be shit that would burn up. For some reason, I started throwing fucking metal and stuff in it just because I was lazy. Because I still had trash and shit inside of me. And now, I'm back down here doing it again. Tiny ass goddamn little pieces of glass. Metal. Whatever. Trash. Whatever won't burn. Here I am, picking this shit out again. See, this property is like my body. It's like my heart, my body. Okay? If I don't take care of it, it's probably because I'm not taking care of myself, my own body, my own heart properly. If I trash up my damn property, it's because I already have trash inside my heart there somewhere. My house, that's like my fucking head. That's my damn... Okay, so I have ADHD. I just shared something about ADHD last night. People with ADHD, they often get stuck in their heads, trapped in their heads. Because their minds like to wander. Their minds are very, very active and they like to wander, but they get stuck in there. Well, that's kind of, my house is kind of like my fucking head. That's where I go, and at other times I spend days in there. Days or weeks in there, don't never fucking come out. And it's always been the same way in here throughout my life. Okay, so this whole property is nothing more than a reflection of who I already am. And I talked about not running away from your environment. Stay where you're at and clean your shit up. Clean up what you have, fix it up, make it the way you want it. It is a reflection of you. If you never settle down and stop nowhere and settle in somewhere, you're probably running. You're running from your own heart, from your own mind, from your own mess. You're trying to run away from your own mess. And by doing this, you're creating disaster everywhere you go, and then you're running away from it, and somebody else has to clean it up. Okay? So, like I said, I cleaned up these people that were in here before me, and they were way nastier than I was. But here I am doing it again because I had some of that shit inside of me. I had a lot of that shit inside of me. I had addictions. I could say my addictions come from my father, my mother, my ancestors, you know, so I could blame them just like I blame the people around me, and there's a lot of truth in that. That's why you have to go through that part of the process. You have to go through that part. But now I got all that shit kind of cleaned up from my ancestry and everything, my lineage, the addictions that were passed down into me, the trauma and the bullshit, the nastiness. Got all that cleaned up, and now it just comes down to me and my own nastiness. I mean, I literally pretty much drove everybody out of my life. Nobody's telling me what to do. Nobody's trashing my shit up. I promise you. People come down here, buddy, and they they mind themselves around me on my property. I've already got that locked in and secured. That's one reason you have to go through that part of the process where you fight the world outside of you. Because if you don't conquer the world outside of you, people will run over top of you. They will use you and manipulate you, and they'll just take advantage of you and do whatever the fuck they want with you and your shit. So you got to go through that part, and then you get to sit with yourself. Then you got to go through your own internal shit, which is what I've been going through for a year. Right out a year, solid year. I've been completely by myself going through my own shit. I say by myself. There's been a lot of people along the way that help out, but these people are just a reflection of me and what's going on inside of me. So I could credit them, because you got to give them credit. They are there. They're part of life. Everything outside of you is also something symbolic of something inside of you. Okay, so they're a part of your life and you're a part of their life. So I don't know, I've been going through all these changes, the internal changes and stuff, moving around. And I don't let myself get attached to anybody. I notice as soon as I start getting attached to somebody else, it's like I want to up and pull out. And part of the reason is because I'm afraid of commitment. Part of the reason is because, when I start pulling out is when people start trying to clean me up themselves and try to purposely help me. I love it when people are just being who they are, because that's when they help me the most. When they actually start trying to help me actively, I don't like that, because that pulls me away from me, myself, my own purpose, who I am, and is trying to pull me into them and their world. Okay, so we're all connected and everything, but we're also individuals. We're all little gods. Okay, like the Bible talks about, it's meant to develop humanity, people, men, into gods. I believe women are on their way, but in a way they're beside men, but also in a way men are leading them. It's kind of, it's like that song, Life's a Dance. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. So sometimes men are leading, sometimes women are leading. We got to learn to dance together, though, and stop fucking fighting each other, stepping on each other's toes, and pushing and fighting over the lead. Whoever is the one that needs to be in the lead is the one that's most qualified. Whoever is most qualified needs to be in the lead. And that depends on the situation and the environment and what all's going on at hand right now at the time. So I had to water. This wonderful water got up for me there a couple days ago. We got a lot of rain, and it cleaned out my lower section for me here, and it cleaned a lot of shit. So that's why I come down here to pick up sticks and stuff, and then I start finding glass and trash. So now I'll get to clean that shit up too, right? It done the big work for me. It done the big work. It cleaned, goddamn, it cleaned a lot of shit out. And I'm not talking about trash. I'm just talking about like clean leaves and stuff out of my ditches. And it kind of cleaned it up, but it also made it messy for me. Which is good, because I look at it and I'm like, well, I don't like that. I need to go do something about it. You know? So it helped me out in two ways there. That's how life works. That's how God works. Nature, it's wonderful and beautiful. Don't fight it. Allow it to work with it. You gotta work with it. Sometimes you gotta allow it to move you around, and you gotta allow it to take the lead sometimes. Sometimes you gotta take your own lead. Right? It all just depends. It's a delicate Balance. A fine line you got to walk in there. So that's it. I'm going to get my ass busy here. I love y'all. Take care. And I don't know. It's been kind of dark. It's been kind of dark lately. I haven't been making as many videos, which is probably a good thing. I think I was making too many for y'all to keep up with before. I don't know. I'm still working on that. That's a process I'm refining, is my videos and talking and communicating and connecting with people. Whether I should use Facebook, YouTube. I got away from TikTok. Not sure about that one. Instagram, I like the Instagram Reels, but they also go on Facebook. So I really like Facebook and YouTube. That's about it. I'm gonna get my shit cleaned up here and keep working on my shit. So I love y'all. Stay tuned. If you're trying to improve and grow and develop yourself, you don't know how, well, come follow me, listen to me, I'll teach you. That's what a man of God does. He teaches. He figures out how to do shit, and then he teaches it to other people. Goodbye. I love you.